All right, so as you all know, Jamie Foxx played Electro in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. A lot of people don't like that movie, but I love that movie. And he's actually coming back as Electro in the next Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, which a lot of people think that means they are doing a live action Into the Spider-Verse because they've already had, what's his name come back as J. Jonah Jameson?
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons come back as J. Jonah, and now they're having Jamie Foxx come back as Electro, so... What do you guys think?
Spider-Verse confirmed or
not confirmed, but the very high suspicion. Yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on this?
I will just say that I've been wanting. I don't know whose dick I have to suck for Tobey Maguire to come back as Spider-Man, and I'll just take anything that I'll get at this point.
And I'm the
I don't
biggest.
Give a shit
just a Skype call with he's like, hey.
Andrew Garfield is my favorite Spider-Man, so I am very excited for him to come back.
So, okay, it seems as if we're basically gonna get, if it wasn't obvious already, like a live action or some form of live action Spider-Verse thing happening in a movie because Sam Raimi has, been attached to Doctor Strange too.
Oh shit, yeah.
For a while.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
And the weird thing is, it's not like the other guy got fired and then they brought him on to replace him. They literally swapped projects.
Oh yeah.
So the guy who was gonna direct Doctor Strange 2 is now directing what Sam Raimi was gonna do.
Yeah, Scott Derrickson.
So it seems very planned.
And Vulture was in the Morbius trailer, so it's already confirmed he's like 100% in another universe.
Right.
So.
And it looks like we saw Sam Raimi's Spider-Man in the Morbius trailer in the background.
Yep. You don't remember that? There was like a mural on the brick wall. There was Sam Raimi's Spider-Man in graffiti.
Yeah, go back and watch it. It's in there.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of clues dropping about a live-action Spider-Verse.
I mean, I think I might have said this on the podcast before, but I feel like at this point, with we had the whole Michael Keaton Batman thing, right, coming back. Like, with stuff like this happening, I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, stuff like this that we're talking about we would never consider to actually happen, but I feel like anything can happen at this point.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up, but...
I mean, during the Justice League movie, they brought back the original, Danny Elfman theme for Batman.
Exactly.
I don't know why they did that. It was kind of dumb, but...
Exactly.
It's still,
So it's shit.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been saying for a while, though, that, I've been wanting... Oh, yeah, it'd be so cool if Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield made a cameo in, Homecoming or Far From Home or whatever, But, I mean, maybe it'll be more than a cameo.
I think they're going to do the Sinister Six versus the Spider-Men. That's what I fucking hope happens.
I could see them doing that, too.
I would love that.
Because Sony's been trying to make that happen for years.
Yep. I've been waiting for a Sinister Six movie for, ever.
I feel like if they were going to do it, it would be the Spider-Verse movie. And it would be it sounds like that might be what they're doing. I feel like there's enough rumors. There's nothing confirmed, but imagine, a Spider-Verse movie with all 3 Spider-Men and then the Sinister Six, but it's different versions of the villains from every movie.
Damn.
So it's you have the Green Goblin from fucking...
Paul Giamatti as the Rhino.
I will say you would have to do something...
different with Electro?
You'd have to do something like that, the Sinister Six thing that you just said.
Yeah.
For me to kind of be on board for another Spider-Man movie, because I think I am kind of sick of it at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've already said the
But here's the question.
Yeah.
If we did get a full-on live-action Spider-Verse movie, would it be any good?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think they can get Andrew Garfield to come back? Because I heard he was pretty heartbroken after he was fired.
Yeah,
so I'm kind of worried about
Tobey
that.
Maguire is too.
I mean, I think if Sam Raimi's attached, he'll be able to convince Tobey. Yeah. But like you said, I think Andrew Garfield is the one that I'm the most
I think
I don't know how they're gonna.
I hope he does.
Andrew
He's
Garfield
my favorite.
signing on could actually be the moment where we can all be, start thinking, oh, this might actually be really good, because I don't think he would unless he read the script or at least had info on the movie that was telling him, oh, this isn't gonna be another disaster or anything. You know what I mean? I mean, just saying that,
That
the
would-
people who believe
that would
Amazing
be-
Spider-Man 2 was a disaster.
My most anticipated movie of all time. It would be every movie I've ever been excited for ever.
I mean, I would be very excited.
Avengers Endgame, Borat 2, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, get out of the way. Spider-Man live action into the
I
Spider-Verse.
am kind of sick. I am kind of getting sick of just the, just the smaller Spider-Man movies. I don't know. I'm just.
Well, that's the thing, too.
I need something different.
I fucking said it already. But, like, my question is, like, and I've talked about this with some other people, but, like, would we prefer it be, like, its own movie, or do we want it to be basically this third Tom Holland movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I would prefer, it would seem kind of, like, cheap if they just made that the third. Because like, regardless of how you feel about the Tom Holland movies, I want them to at least like see.
Yeah.
Because they set up some interesting, like, okay, everybody knows he's Spider-Man now, and it sounds like Kraven might be in the next one. I want a whole movie where it's just him getting hunted down by Kraven, because
That'd be cool.
that sounds like something we've never seen before.
I
a Spider-Man movie.
want to point something out about remember when Sony and Disney weren't like sure about the contract of who would end up with Spider-Man?
Yeah.
And they eventually settled on one, but the agreement was Tom Holland's Spider-Man would show up in at least one of Sony's Marvel universe. So we already know for sure, based on their contract, as long as they, fulfill that contract, he's gonna show up outside of the MCU.
I think originally
we
thought it was going to be like a Venom movie, which they still could do something with Venom, because I feel like they purposefully made Venom the way they did because they, in hopes that they would get Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But like you said, this potential Spider-Verse movie, maybe that is the separate movie, and they are still going to do a third one that leads into that.
Yeah, what if like Kraven's like chasing Spider-Man and something goes wrong and Kraven and Spider-Man go through some fucking loop and then boom,
I mean, they already set
Spider-Verse.
it up in the second Tom Holland movie, because they're talking about the multiverse and everything. And
I think this would be.
But that was fake
too
because
much
Mysterio
movie for.
Mysterio made that up.
There's too much stuff here for one movie. I feel like you have to do at least like a couple. I don't
Right.
know what you do.
I agree.
Right.
I mean, fuck. What if they make one more Tobey movie, one more Andrew Garfield movie, one more Holland movie, and they all link up and then do like shit. Okay, here's what's funny.
I don't think they would do that.
I don't either. But here's what's funny about
cool.
Spider-Man right now
He's
is
getting me so excited.
I mean, before prior Civil War time, like that middle period between Amazing Spider-Man 2 and Civil War, I feel like. Sorry. That period of time, it kind of felt like, Spider-Man's kind of like done. We're not really gonna be. It definitely felt like a little hopeless for that character. Even like the fandom of Spider-Man, it felt kind of hopeless. But now we're in this time where it kind of seems like anything could happen with this character, and they could do whatever. Especially with the Spider-Verse stuff, that opens up so many doors. I'm kind of excited. I mean, I wasn't really into like the Spider-Verse animated movie, not necessarily like the movie itself, but just like the idea of it. I was just like, whatever. But the idea of possibly bringing back these other Spider-Mans seems so cool.
Well, I think that's what most people are excited about. They want to see, I think, not to discredit Andrew Garfield, but honestly, I think most people are excited to see fucking Tobey Maguire.
Yeah,
back.
I think so. Not to discredit. I think Andrew
love
Garfield's
Andrew
a great
Garfield.
actor, but I think that I agree.
But I would like what excites me about this is if they do a whole movie like this.
Yeah,
I think it'd be really cool, because if
better be like a 3-hour movie.
It'd have to be.
At some point you go to the Sam Raimi universe, and it's like the same time has passed since we've seen the third one, and they leave off where their story was in each thing.
Okay, I think this would,
and they all play into each other.
I think this
in
would
some
be
crazy way.
the highest grossing movie of all time. I think it would beat Endgame, because you got the Maguire fans, you got the Garfield fans, and you got the Holland fans. Okay. Everybody would be in.
I don't mean to stall, to just kind of move on too quickly, because I think these are linked conversations. But I have a really good segue.
Yeah.
maybe that's why Doctor Strange is going to be in the next Spider-Man movie, because he's the one who's going to, like...
It's called the Multiverse of Madness.
Well, no, I mean in the next Spider-Man movie.
But Doctor Strange is called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Exactly.
It's, like, in the title.
That could be why he's in the new Spider-Man movie, because there could be that stuff happening.
I'm getting
that could be the setup. That could be the setup for what they're doing.
I mean, at this point, it's beyond beyond
Strange.
Speculation. I mean, it's clear that Sony's talking about that's
That
where all this is headed.
I was pretty sad about hearing about all these Phase 4. We're in Phase 4 now, right? For MCU. I was pretty sad about hearing about most of them, but I'm getting like re-excited again.
What if it's something along the lines of, and I'm gonna be okay with this. You have all 3 different versions of Spider-Man. You have the Tom Holland Spider-Man, who's still figuring out who he is in the world. You have the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, who's at the peak of his abilities and his life, and he's got everything figured out. And then you have the old Tobey Maguire
who just
Spider-Man,
doesn't give a
fuck anymore. And you just see their dynamics together. I don't know. That would be
cool.
so cool.
Right. Although I don't know. I don't know exactly what spot Andrew Garfield's character would be, because they left that whole thing on a cliffhanger. Basically.
This has got to be tough with like all these different creative teams from Sony and Marvel and Disney, and they're just like, all right, so it's gonna be in your universe, and then we're gonna take some from that universe, and because they all got to be on the same page if they're gonna do something like that, and that sounds tough.
Well, I think they still have a deal where like the people over at Marvel MCU basically have the rights to write the movie, but it's Sony who finances it and distributes it.
And they get like, I don't remember what percentage. Right. They split a percentage.
But they don't literally have to like make a story studio and studio. Otherwise, it would be dog shit.